A very good morning to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us today for the launch of Bandhu. I hereby take an opportunity to introduce myself and Team Bandhu. So I am Shulagna Ghwatakurta. I am the project lead for the Emotional Wellbeing Initiative that is steered and guided by the class of 1992, especially Rekha Koita and Vivek Mohile. The project has also been supported by the Student Wellness Center, the Positive Mental Health team, Cherub Kapoor, who is the head of Wellness Cabinet, and Student Mentorship team. I feel very privileged to be a part of this initiative, which is being launched in the presence of eminent personalities. Also, I welcome you all to savor the moment and join our collective voices to normalize emotional well-being. On that note, I would invite Director Sir to share a few words and introduce Minister Shri Sanjay Dhotre. Thank you so much.
Culture in India. Many times he has talked to us to see how the agricultural people who are in agriculture can benefit our farmers and others through the technology development. He has been working for a long time. He has been a member of the Legislative Assembly of Maharashtra, I think from 2004 to 2009, and subsequently he has been a member of the parliament for the last 4 parliament sessions. So it's a very long time that he has been in the parliament, and also he has been the minister of the state for education in this the 17th Lok Sabha. So sir, we welcome you. But before that, also I must tell you that he also has certain very distinguishing award in his career. He received the Maharashtra Government Industry Award in 1987, and he is also recipient of Vasant Rao Naik Memorial Award for outstanding work in agriculture. So thank you, sir. Now I invite you to inaugurate the program, the particular website, and we would like to have your speech on this special occasion. Thank you.
Shall I start? Okay. Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar. Shri Nitesh Tiwari ji, today's guest of honor and a student of IIT Mumbai. Professor Subhashish Chaudhary ji, Director IIT Mumbai. Professor Tapendu Kundu ji, Dean Students Affairs. Miss Rekha Koita, IIT Bombay Bandhu Project owner. Professors, faculty members, staff, other distinguished dignitaries, alumni of IIT Mumbai, the batch of 1992, and my dear students. At the onset, I welcome Shri Nitesh Tiwari ji as movie director, yet student of IIT Mumbai. Nitesh has given us many super hit movies like Dangal, Chichor, Bhutnath Returns, and many more. I am happy that the hammers and tongs of metallurgy department did not kill the creative Nitesh inside him. Rather, it shaped his creative personality, developing into a thinking movie director. It is indeed a matter of great joy to join here with some of the brightest and also most creative minds of this country. I congratulate you and especially the batch of 1992 for connecting virtually on this occasion of launch of Bandhu, an emotional well-being initiative. I extend my greetings to all of you. Dear friends, today the world is passing through an unprecedented phase due to the COVID pandemic. Thanks to the timely action taken by our government, we were able to contain the death rate in our country. Our IITs, NITs, and other institutions rose to the occasion and come up with newer products like COVID testing kits, different apps, PPEs, and many more to aid our efforts in tackling this pandemic. In very short time, now gradually we are moving back to normal, but it is a new normal. The scare of virus is still there, and we all must continue to follow the basic protocol of wearing mask, sanitizing our hands, and of course, do gaj ki duri. Friends, apart from the physical changes that COVID-19 compelled us to make, it had a huge impact on our minds too. The unpredictability and lethality of the virus and associated things to generate fear, not just in the minds of elderly, but also the younger ones, and of course the students and kids. The emotional and mental world of ours is much bigger and deeper than the real world. In the physical world, we can only see or hear the things that are happening before us. But man differs from other animals due to his power of thinking and imagination. I think for every single action happening in the real world, there are multiple mental action happening in the background. Emotion is created by cause. Whether that cause is actual or imaginary does not matter, as long as the believers hold it as true. The mind in normal situation maintains equilibrium. That's what we call equanimity. Our body has been designed to renew itself through continuous self-correction. This same principle also applies to the healing of psyche, spirit, and soul. But in the situations that are not normal, in the situations that emerge as a sudden mental or emotional shock, or that remain and trouble constantly like a festering emotional wound, they become a major cause of stress. Be it at larger level like this pandemic, or say at personal level, say the stress of studies, peer pressure, societal pressure, pressure from performance, pressure for success from parents or relatives. This pressure at times pushes our mind to lose the balance, to lose that equilibrium, and it happens with everyone at some or other point of life. We try to come out of such stressful emotional situation by tackling and attacking at the root cause, by investing our mind and energy, positive things, our hobbies, our interest. We overcome such trauma with help of professional counseling, support from our friends, our parents, or loved ones. Our government is aware of, sensitive to this issue in the mind of corona pandemic. Our visionary Prime Minister, Honorable Shri Narendra Modi ji, while announcing the Atmanirbhar Bharat package, highlighted the Manodarpan initiative. In the field of education, this initiative is for the cause of mental and emotional well-being of our students. And we all in the education department are working hard to ensure this. Friends, under the dynamic leadership of our visionary Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and able guidance of our Education Minister Shri Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank ji, our ministry has brought in the National Education Policy 2020. It is most comprehensive, transformational and futuristic policy document in educational history of this country. The National Education Policy 2020 lays particular emphasis on the development of creative potential of each individual. It is based on the principle that education must develop not only cognitive capacities but also social, ethical and emotional capacities and dispositions. And here the role of educational institute is also very important. IIT Mumbai is world famous for its excellence brightest of the students come out to our IIT systems. They clear one of the toughest entrance exam, fighting out tremendous stress and pressure. Students come from variety of regions and family backgrounds, many living for the first time the comfort of their homes. Many times there are adjustment issues. Many times there is pressure of deadlines of assignments or campus interviews or job prospects. A good education institution is one in which every student feels welcome and cared for, where a safe and stimulating learning environment exists, where a wide range of learning experiences are offered, and where good physical infrastructure and appropriate resources conducive to learning are available to all students. Students are the prime stakeholders in the education system. Vibrant campus life is essential for high quality teaching learning processes. To this end, students should be given plenty of opportunities for participation in sports, culture, arts clubs, eco clubs, activity clubs, community services project, etc. Our National Education Policy 2020 says that in every education institution there shall be counseling system for handling stress and emotional adjustments. Furthermore, a systematized arrangement shall be created to provide the requisite support to students from rural backgrounds, including increasing hostel facilities as needed. All the higher educational institutions will ensure quality medical facilities for all students in their institutions. I am sure that the academic leaders of IIT are looking into these aspects also, along with imparting top class education. I know I have taken a bit longer to finish my speech, but in the end, I must thank the organizers for their choice of selecting the guest of honor, Sri Nitesh Tiwari ji. Of course, he has been the students of IIT Bombay and a very successful movie director, a thinking director whose life journey will guide many of our young students. It's not merely about how to become a successful Bollywood movie director after IIT Bombay education, about with what principles, attitude, and values you approach your life and the challenges thrown at you. Somewhere I happened to read his interview. What he says may interest our young students. Here I quote, those 4 wonderful years I spent in IIT Bombay and my hostel life, which is predominantly responsible for what I am doing now. I technically studied engineering, but what I ended up learning is how to think differently. I was surrounded by those who were, of course, good in academics, but the way they looked at even ranks was very different. That's where I discovered myself, I unquote. He further says, and I quote, I am a very easygoing person. I like to go in extremely well prepared on the day of the shoot. I know how many shots are to be taken, what are the angles we are taking, the lenses we are taking, and who is wearing what. And all the actors have rehearsed their dialogues, so we just have to go and execute it. So there never any confusion. I like to work that way. Everything is in place and I just have to execute it. I unquote. Friends, I think we both share a common bond of being from one of the most uncertain professions, politics and movie making. But this approach of stress-free life with positive outlook certainly helps in traveling the road in this terrain. I am sure the Bandhu initiative will help our students to travel on their respective chosen path in a stress-free manner, ensuring the emotional well-being. With these words, I once again congratulate the IIT Mumbai and its batch of 1992 for bringing out this excellent initiative in the field of mental emotional well-being of our students. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. धन्यवाद, नमस्कार, जय हिंद.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful speech. We would like to launch the website now in your presence, in your eminent presence. So I would request Nitin to please help us with the launch of the website. Thank you, Nitin. So thank you so much, sir. We have been able to do it in your presence, and it feels very nice. And I hope this is going to be a very good start to this because you've been a part of this. Thank you so much, Nitin. So now we will take the audience through a small website tour to tell the audience what is in the website. So Nitin, please help us by playing the website tour video.
Life at IIT Bombay is a bit of a roller coaster ride, but it is never too late to decide to turn your life around in a positive direction. Bandhu has several initiatives planned to support the emotional well-being of the students. The first initiative is a self-help website finely designed to build your inner self. What does the website has to offer? About us to tell you where it all began. Interesting articles to empower you. Intriguing stories from students. IIT Speak is a library of inspirational alumni journeys. Plenty of events to connect with you. Fun quizzes to tease your brain. A little more about us. Where it all began. When our batch, class of 1992, met for a Silver Jubilee reunion in 2017, the batch was keen to focus on initiatives which would enhance the lives of students and help them to achieve their dreams. The website encourages you to dip into various articles depending upon your present need. If you're a freshman and new to the campus, here's how you can deal with transitioning to college. What does life at IITB like? If you're homesick, don't worry. Here are some tips to make the process easier for you. There were articles on hostel life, discrimination, language change, cultural shock, peer pressure, internet addiction. If you're going through academic issues, then you could start reading about time management, setting effective goals, procrastination, exam stress, fear of failure. Mental health is an integral and essential component of health. The common concerns and positive mental health are discussed over here. In the positive mental health section, we'll talk about becoming mindful, caring for yourself, grounding techniques, relaxation technique. We'll discuss different kind of relationships over here. Also, you should always seek help when you can't sort it yourself. There are always ways to find support for yourself or a friend in case of distress, bullying, or sexual harassment. Currently, you will find all articles in English, but we are also coming soon in Hindi, Marathi, and Telugu. Here you can safely share your stories of failures, struggles, and success. IIT Speak is a dedicated column to build a repository of alumni stories with their spectacular experiences. There are fun quizzes for you to check out your everyday beliefs and habits. Try out these. We will always keep coming with interesting blogs to keep you hooked. Let this Bandhu steer you towards self-growth and well-being. asking for help in no way undermines who you really are. So, learn, introspect, and catalyze a positive change in your life here at IIT Bombay.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Nitesh Tiwari, who is a very popular filmmaker, screenwriter, and lyricist. He is an alumni of IIT Bombay and has passed out in the year of 1996. So, sir, I welcome you over here. And since you have been an integral part of the institute and had your fair share of experiences, so today, Team Bandhu, in a very interactive session, would want to know about your experience, your journey, and your perspective about the emotional well being aspect. So, I would also like to introduce you to the panelists who would be placing the questions. The panelists would be Adarsh, Hetvi, Parag, Cherab Kapoor, Soumya, and myself. So, sir, I would here request you to share a few words.
First of all, I would like to thank for talk on something which is so important and something which is so great. I would also like to thank our Honorable Minister Sanjay ji for his genuinely kind words of encouragement, and really want to congratulate the batch of 92 and compliment them on taking up this initiative. And it's really a privilege for me to be a part of this conversation. I always believe that is the kind of stuff which I do in my work, is that if my work can make a difference to even one life, I'm not talking about hundreds, I'm not talking about thousands, that's my motto. If your work can make a difference to one life, it's worth doing it. So this initiative, I think, is going to do really, really wonderful stuff to a lot of kids who really, really need this, given the times in which we are living in. And I'll be very happy to share my memories, my experiences, if they can be of any help to anyone. So, yeah.
Sulagna, you are muted. Sulagna, you are muted.
I'm so sorry. So, sir, I was saying that I'm really a big fan of your work. I think everybody is over here. We have all been following you since Chiller Party, Dangal, and of course, Chichore. So, today we want to, just have an interactive session and interact with you today. So, I'll just go first. And I really will want to start by knowing what is your fondest memory that you have from your IIT days.
I have so many fond memories from the 4 years I lived there. We made a movie. So, what was the norm in our hostel is that if you have seen a bad movie, and we used to have Huma and Hina down, and if you have seen a bad movie, there was a norm that you have to come back and somehow sound very convincing that that movie is worth watching, so that rest of your wingmates can fall into that trap and go and watch that movie. So it's like कि मैं अगर फिसला तो अकेले क्यों फिसलूं, सब साथ में फिसले. That was the whole norm. So there was this movie. I would not name that movie for the because I belong to the industry also. But there was this big movie which came with a lot of hype, and we were also looking forward to it. So my roommate and one of my wingmates, they went to see the movie, and 10 of us are waiting in the wing. Now there used to be strategy. We know that they have gone to watch the movie. They are going to come back and give the feedback, and we are strategizing if they go overboard. Oh man, it's a fantastic movie, you have to watch it, it is. So we would know that they are overplaying it, so there used to be counter strategies, that how based on their reaction we will decide whether we should go and watch this movie or not. So these guys enter the wing in the evening, and these guys also had counter strategized as to what do we go and see, because the movie was not good at all. So they had also counter strategized as to how should they enter the wing so that we get convinced that we have to go and watch the movie. So they entered the wing topless, and they had their shirts in their hands, and they were swinging their shirts like this, and they were singing the title song of the movie, and they didn't even look at us. They straight away went to their rooms, locked their rooms, and we were like, man, this looks like a deadly movie. And we were there at Huma and Hina watching the movie, and of course it was a very bad movie. So when we came back, they were laughing at us, saying, God, this is what we had planned to make you guys fall into the trap. So yeah, there was so many of these kind of kidas which used to happen in IIT. Yeah, this is something I wanted to put, but because of paucity of time, I could not.
Unmute and ask the question.
Okay, I would request the next panelist to go and ask his or her question.
Hello, sir.
Please.
I'm Adarsh.
Hi, others.
Great pleasure to talk to you. So currently, there is a lot of awareness about mental health in the institute, and this has evolved over time. I wanted to understand, like, from you, how has this evolved over time? What were the facilities back then? And did you specifically have any ups and downs in your mental health, and how did you cope with that?
See, as far as awareness is concerned, I don't think there was any awareness. In terms of, I mean, we were not specifically told that there's something called as mental health, there is something called as depression, or there's something called as need to go and meet a few people in case you are feeling. But I'll tell you what, the pressures were still there. The pressures was, it's not that the pressures are also not there. There were different kind of pressures. Today there are different kind of pressures because world changes as it evolves. But I mean, right from the time you get selected to IIT, that little pressure begins on you. For me, it was a different kind of pressure. For somebody else who was my batchmate or my senior, the pressure would have been very different. And different people cope with stress in a very different way. So for me, the biggest pressure was I don't know whether I'll be able to gel in. I don't know I'm going to study with such brainy kids. I was not a very high rank holder. So, and I was coming to Bombay, and my dad was saying that why did you want to go to Bombay? You should have gone to Kanpur. Your nana and nani live there. You will have somebody to look after you. So there is all this kind of pressure which comes onto you. And I could not convince him. I said my rank was not good enough for me to get Kanpur. So I had to get, because that department I was not getting. But your parents, like I think sir mentioned, my father, my mother would not understand. That is always the classic case. So I came to Bombay. My father kept on saying, "तुमको hero बनना है, तुमको तुमने जानबूझ के Bombay इसलिए लिया." मैंने कहा, "Why would I want to be hero? Look at me, I can't be a hero." So, but anyways, he was not convinced. So then I came to IIT, and what is the best thing which happened to me in my life, and I have said on many occasions, is IIT Bombay. I would have been a very different person. I would have been a very different person if I had gone to IIT Delhi. I would have shaped up as a very different person if I had gone to IIT Kanpur. Whatever I am, whatever little I have achieved is primarily a lot to do with my life at IIT Bombay. This is what I learned. This is what I studied. This is what I wanted to do after I passed out of IIT. And I kind of discovered myself. I went in to become an engineer. I came out becoming a storyteller. So, that is what IIT Bombay has done to me. So yes, academic pressure, yes, it was there. The moment you enter, you are told once a 5-pointer, always a 5-pointer. So there is a pressure which is already there on you. And for a first yearite like me, what is the biggest bummer for me was that you will be graded along with everyone. So it's not that, and there, I mean, All India 1 was there. Anil Kumar Ruya was there in my batch. And here I am, 1210. So I'm like saying, okay, man, I'm going to be graded along with these guys. And thankfully, then this is something which I want to underline is that for some people, there is a realization which happens. For some kids, the realization takes a lot of time. And this is something which I observed that a lot of kids gave up when they started doing not so good in acads is purely the reason that they couldn't take it. Because what happens is when you come to IIT, you are almost in top 3 in your school every year from the standard 1 to standard 12. Aap matlab top 5, top 10 mein to rahe hi ho because there's so many schools. And when you come to IIT, you fail to understand the fact that in a class of 40, today I don't know how many students are there, but in a class of 40, somebody would be 30th, somebody would be 31st, somebody would be 40th. So for a person who's used to being in top 3 all his life, suddenly sees himself as number 30th in the class or number 35th in the class, it's a very, very bitter pill to swallow. Now, if you come to terms with it, you will be much happier is what my suggestion would be. I came to terms with it very early, and let me tell you one small incident. As I said, Anil Kumar Ruya was in our batch, my bad luck, but a lot of toppers were there in my batch. So we used to attend the same maths class. We were in the same class. I mean, whatever the prof was teaching, he was sitting and absorbing the same thing. I was sitting and absorbing the same thing. my first mid-sem, we entered in the convocation hall, and mid-sem was happy in convocation hall. Anil Kumar Suruya is sitting right in front of me there. He's sitting there. And I get the maths paper and I'm trying to see, okay, how many I can solve. He gets the maths paper. He looks, and I'm observing him because there is enough time for me to be able to attempt whatever I could. He looks at the maths paper, goes through it like this. He puts his pen on paper and he lifts his pen after 45 minutes and he submits the paper and he leaves. And I sat for entire 2 hours trying to see if I can get step marking in this one. I could get step marking in this one or whatever. And the result came out of the mid-sem. He got 30 out of 30. I got 19 out of 30. Thankfully, very early in my life in IIT, I realized that God has been very kind to him. We have attended the same class. We have attended the same prof. We have paid the same amount of attention. He sits and he cracks it in 45 minutes. I sit and struggle for 2 hours. He gets 30. I get 19. I need to live with this fact. I need to be very well aware that going forward, this is what it's going to be. I cannot get really unhappy about me getting 19 and him getting 30. These are my capabilities. Those are his capabilities. And after that, I really didn't take too much of pressure unless there was a CT in some CT, matlab clearing tension. Kisi mein agar hota tha, then I used to take tension. Otherwise, I never took pressure of the cats. I said, this is the reality I have to live with. Yeah. I think I answered better than what I should have, but I just wanted to share. Yeah, these things.
Thank you so much, sir. Parag, you want to go next?
So, hello, sir. I am Parag. I like to ask, why do you think students should be aware of mental health issues, and how does awareness help in mental health issues?
I'm missing your question, Parag. Your voice was muffled.
Sorry. So I just wanted to ask, why do you think students should be aware of mental health issues, and how does awareness help in such scenarios?
Yes. See, the mental awareness is something which I personally feel is very critical, because we first of all, we don't think it's important to be aware of something like this. We just take it for granted. There are visible symptoms, there are visible impact which it has on your well-being, physically also, mentally also. I don't know, there is some kind of stigma which somewhere is attached to it. I don't know for why, for what reason, that it's not okay to admit that you are vulnerable. It's not okay to admit that you have a problem. Why should it be a problem? बुखार होता है तो हम लोग डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, आपको. So if it needs to be taken as something which is very, very critical. Also, awareness is something which is going to bring in a lot of effort to put it or streamline it into the right direction, because what happens is it's like blood pressure, it's like diabetes. You have it, you may not know it, but it's doing damage to your body. So so there is a lot of awareness about diabetes now. There's a lot of awareness about blood pressure now. When you go for regular health checkup, you get your blood pressure checked, you get your sugar levels checked, and you get to control that. But there hasn't been too much of awareness about this. So if and only if you start understanding the symptoms, if you start understanding the reason, is the time when you are going to go and make an attempt to maybe control it. See, I think the biggest battle to win in mental health is the awareness. Once a person admits and once a person realizes that he has an issue, it's entirely up to him, and then everybody should be extremely supportive of it. I have been through very tough times in IIT Bombay. Without knowing that this is the right thing to do, I think I ended up doing certain things which were right at that point of time, probably because my DNA was like that. But not every kid's DNA is like that. I have seen toppers. I have seen kids whose All India rank was around 90 in the 90s. They took 7 years to clear their courses. They took 6 years to clear courses. For me, it's like, dude, you were All India 90. You took 7 years to clear 4-year course, because again, as I said, there was no one to go up to. You see that you are slipping down in the ranks, and then you fail to admit it. You fail to acknowledge it. And that is where the slide begins. I think awareness is going to really stop this slide, and it's going to be something which I think is very important. And back then also in IIT, we had counselors. I have been to one counselor in my second year. Never went to a counselor saying ki I was expecting AB in this subject and I got a CC. Never, never even for once went. You will find it very funny why I went to the counselor. In my second year, we had put up a fantastic PAF, and we thought we would win. And I was the cult co of the hostel, and we came very close second. We lost by very narrow margin. And as ours was the last PAF. So after the results and all are over, I'm dismantling the PAF, dismantling the set, and I'm crying. I broke down, and I had to be consoled. And it stayed with me. I just couldn't digest the fact that we lost that PAF. And it started affecting my life. It remained with me, and I couldn't accept it. And when it remained with me for a period of 5-6 days, I thought maybe I need to go and consult someone because this is not doing good to me at all. And I went and I had 2 sitting sessions with there was I think a psychologist, Professor Kundu would be knowing the name. I forget, my memory is not that good to go back 25 years. But yeah, I took and those things really helped me. It had started impacting my daily life. It really helped me in overcoming that loss. And so yes, I think I was lucky. If in my DNA, if I had not decided to consult, in my DNA, if I was not even aware of that thing, without being aware as it is today, but I think something propelled me to go and consult someone. It really helps. It does help, and there's nothing wrong in doing that.
Soumya,
Okay.
Yes. This is Soumya.
Hi, Soumya.
So, as you very rightly mentioned, that
Soumya, your voice is...
there is awareness is my some people. Am I audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
Yeah. So, sir, as you very rightly mentioned that awareness has increased, but still there is some stigma that exists and people do hesitate in seeking help. And as you mentioned that seeking help really helps, how do you think we can actually make students seek help and increase that help-seeking behavior in students?
See, first of all, I think we need to normalize it. We need to, as a community, and you guys are your best buddies of your hostel mates. See, I think in IIT, what normally happens is you interact with 2 sets of people very closely. One is your hostel mates, and one is your batch, the department mates. These are the guys who you spend most of your time with. Now, what happens is, as friends, we also need to be very well aware. You see, the thing is, if there is awareness and if you're seeing a behavioral pattern in a particular guy, you don't wait for that person to come and seek help. There are times where you can approach that person and you can ask that person that, do you need any help? Are you going through some stress, or is there something which I can do for you? What happens is, by doing something like this, A, you are reaching out to that person. B, you are normalizing it by saying it's absolutely fine to be sad about getting a bad grade. It's absolutely fine to be flunking a particular subject. It's absolutely fine to have to not be a department topper. I mean, different to each his own. So the thing is, the moment we start doing these kind of stuff, the more acceptance is going to start growing. And also, everybody should also be aware that it should not just be outward looking. It should also be inward looking. A lot of times we think everything is fine with me. I think that guy is in problem. But you also might be in problem. He may be unhappy because he got a DD. You may be unhappy because you got an AB. So the reason may be different, but I think the impact is the same because of your expectations. So all of us need to be physically, and this is one thing which I always follow in my life. There are times when you know that there is something which is bothering you. You may not be able to put a finger on it. You may not be able to pinpoint it, but deep within, you are doing something, but there is something which is nagging you in the back of your mind. And then you have to start questioning yourself. What exactly is it that is bothering me? Was it this? No, that is not bothering me. Was it that? No, that is not bothering me. Was it this? Ah, yes. Now you have to question, is it really worth worrying about? And if the answer is no, then you stop worrying. Your worry goes away. If it is really worth worrying about, do something to make sure that the worry goes away. But the most important thing is, please do something about it. Please be aware of it. Do not ignore it. Please be aware of not just yourself, please be aware of people around you. We had a solid system. I mean, I see that it's not there anymore in that extent. We are still in touch. I mean, I have a WhatsApp group which is around 250 seniors, juniors, batchmates, and that was the bonding that we shared. We had no internet, we had no 20,000 चैनल्स टू वॉच. हमारे पास सिर्फ डीडी था और डीडी मेट्रो था जिसमें सिर्फ सुपर हिट हंगामा आता था, समथिंग लाइक दैट. दैट्स अबाउट इट. एंड वी हैड ऑल द टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड टू टॉक टू ईच अदर. There was no mobile phone to remain busy with. Not that I'm having my dinner and I'm on my mobile. I was having dinner, I was playing pranks. Somebody else was having dinner, somebody else was playing pranks. We were just chatting. We were doing nothing. There were chat sessions. They used to be called CAC sessions. I know all my batchmates, I know all my seniors, what was going on in their lives. That is the kind of interaction which was there. And your wingmates, they are your family. I personally feel that physical interaction, that personal interaction, I think somewhere has gone for a toss because of the advent of technology. I see people, not just in college, but in real life also, I see people have come to restaurants for dinner and they are busy in their phones. And why did you come out for dinner if you are going to be busy on your phone? So I think we need to get out of this culture of being slaves of technology 24/7. I'm not saying that technology is not good. I'm saying technology is good. Technology is good only up to a certain extent. Please invest in physical interaction. Please invest in relationships. They are for life. Technology will change tomorrow. There'll be something else. Relationships won't change. Relationships are there for life. So please invest in relationships. They are going to be really, really handy for you in your tough times.
Nitishji, Kundu here.
Yes, sir.
The counselor that you took the help, she is Mrs. Tagare, Amita Tagare, ma'am.
Please tell her.
She is attending this session. And
Please tell her from my.
Tagare ji, can you just come up on this one? Or Nitish ji, you want to say a few words about her? She is listening to you.
I just want to thank you, ma'am, for being there, for listening to my crips so patiently, for guiding me. Now I find it very funny to think of that I went for this kind of counseling for something which was like that. Some other people also may find, but that is what happens when you are young and when you are vulnerable. Even a very small issue can seem like a big issue. So today, when I'm this old, maybe losing a PAF doesn't seem like an issue which is worth visiting a counselor. But back then it was genuinely a matter, a big issue. And thank you so much to IIT Bombay for investing in the mental well-being of the students, even back then in 93, 94. And understanding that, yes, these kids who come and study the stresses can be of all kinds. Somebody must be visiting for CAT related, but there are some idiots like me who will go to crib about PAF also, a loss in PAF also. But the impact is the same. So, ma'am, thank you so much for hearing me out patiently, guiding me. And yes, that's all I can say. Thank you.
Amita ma'am, you are now a panelist and you can totally interact with Nitesh sir if you would want to say some words.
Hello Nitesh.
Hi.
Yeah. So I'm glad that this message is going out to so many that mental health is so important. And Nitesh, you are speaking just the right words, just the right messages that we try to give to our students. And it's like, you are a part of us and you are giving away your experiences just as you have been. I really hope that students relate to everything that you are saying, and I mean, take care of their mental well-being as they would take care of their physical well-being.
I hope so too.
Yeah, and on a very lighter vein, Nitesh, if I have to minus all your white hair and including mine, I mean, I'm also all white hair, but I remember those tears in your eyes and you sitting across the table, and it meant so much to you at that point of time.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. So it's such a pleasure to see old students like this and remember. I mean,
Thank
I'm
you.
happy.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So much. Yes.
Thank you so much, Amita ma'am, for your words. Next would be Cherub. He has been very closely associated with the project Bandhu. So Cherub, would you please want to place your question over here?
Yes, sure. Thank you, sir, for being a part of this event. You've rightly talked about awareness and increasing cognizance about your emotions and your friends. I just wanted to understand from you how Bandhu, as an initiative, the self-help website, could be useful to address these concerns. Because it does talk about a lot of the things that you rightly do, about relationships, about mental health, and other important stuff. Wanted to understand your perspective on this.
Yeah, see, I've already said quite a bit about my opinion on the awareness. Bandhu does fantastic stuff of spreading the awareness and acknowledging that yes, there is a problem like this, or I mean, I would say problem is a wrong word to use. It stigmatizes the whole issue. I think there is a concern like this which needs to be addressed. Secondly, I think what is very wonderful about Bandhu, which I find is I went through the presentation, and I think what it does is again, I go back to my incident. I was not willing to talk to many people about it. Today also, no matter how much awareness increases, there would be people who would not be willing to talk to many people. Because I said, everybody's cut out from a different cloth. So somebody may want to talk about it, but there may be a lot of kids who may not be willing to talk about it. And that is where something like this comes in extremely handy, where you can go, you can understand, you can, figure out stuff. And I think what is very beautiful about Bandhu also is the examples which it has put. So you can see, and you see the moment is, am I the only one who's going through this versus, hey, suddenly, hey, there are a lot of people who've been through this and they're doing well in life. Okay, so it gives a lot of hope back to me as a person who may not want to go out and seek help. So I think it does wonders on multiple fronts. At an individual level also it works. At a community level also it works. You can recommend it to a friend and you can say that, dude, why don't you go through something like this? And also third is, I think there is great merit. There is great merit in, it's not just about a story. It's like a biopic. Why biopics are very motivating versus a fictional piece of story. Biopics are more motivating is because you know that somebody has done it in real life. It's actually happened. Those are testimonials of achievers in real life. And though they give you hope that if someone like that, someone like him or her can do it, so can I. So if you can have this, if Bandhu is the one which is sharing the stories, and if so and so could have overcome this thing, so can I. There's no there's no big deal about it. It's just normal. I just need to be aware of it. I just need to go and consult, and I just need to be really practical about it and get it out of my system. It sounds very easy. I know it's very difficult. It's very difficult for you to put yourself in the shoes of someone who's going through some trauma. It's very easier said than done. But I think somewhere a beginning has to happen. And I think this is a beginning which is at a large scale. It's not that beginning was never there. It was always there. But I think it's a beginning which is more massy, and it's a beginning which ticks many more boxes than what any other beginning would have been. So I think it's something which is much needed, as I said earlier, and it is something which is fantastic.
So lastly, I would just want to request you if you would have any message for the students which you think, that might help them to fight these tough times currently. Because they are at their home, homebound, and if you have any message for them.
Okay, I have some theory in life is that
Should, should unmute.
yeah.
Mute.
So my theory is that that your toughest times today are your funniest memories tomorrow. So this is something which is incredibly true for my life. It is something which is incredibly true for everybody else's life. Like right now, I said, that we used to do pranks. When the prank happens on you, or when you are being subjected to certain tough times in your early years, those times look like, oh, why is it happening with me? Why is it? I remember going through clearing tensions in my first year. I was scared that I will get an F in something, and I actually ended up getting CC. But those 2 3 days before that result came, I was like living in really like a nightmarish kind of a stuff. But today, that's a really, really funny memory for me, because I will laugh at it. I will say, oh God, this is something which is so, funny. So even the struggle days, when I used to travel in second class train compartment because I had taken up a job in advertising and my salary was very low. And I used to like be miserable. Traveling in second class compartment in Bombay was not easy back in 96 also. Forget about today. Way back in 96 also, impossible to get in from a place called Kandivali. So that was miserable. But today I look back at it and I laugh at it. And I say, oh man, those were the days when we used to travel in second class. So that's what I'm saying. When you're going through tough time, just remember one thing, that everything is going to be fine. It's not that the difficult times are going to be lasting forever, and the same difficult times. And this is something I have told to my kids also for corona. They are only 10 years old, and they are saying ki 7 months it's been, what do we do? And I have told them ki trust me, when you are going to be 25, you will look back at this time and remember it very fondly, that this is the time when mama and papa used to cook bad food for us. This is the time when they were always at home nagging us, and this time is never going to come back. So just live with it, just take it as a blessing, because if everything was fine, this would have been another year. This would have been another year of going to school. This would have been another year of going out in the garden and playing with your friends, and you would do it every year. What is so different about being 8 and being 9 and being 10? Consider this as a blessing. This is a year which is teaching you something different. This is a year which is giving you memories for a lifetime. Just take care of yourself. Wash your hands regularly, wear your mask, and we'll go through it. We'll sail through it. Nothing much to worry. So that is exactly what I want to tell all the kids who are going through tough times. And trust me, and I'm telling this to you from my experience. I have a lot of friends who are who didn't do that great academically. Maybe some of them were 5 pointers and some of them were 6 pointers. They are doing very well in life. They are doing very, very well in life. Some of them are top ranking guys in their organization. Some of them have very, very successful startups. So that's exactly what I'm saying. And I know they were very tense back then. And now also, if I ask them, they would laugh it off. Oh man, yeah, man, I used to be worried about my CTs. I used to be worried about this. I used to be worried about that. But today they are doing very well in life. So eventually, I know there is a lot of pressure of doing well in acads, but be realistic about it. I know there is a lot of pressure in being taking up a job, but be realistic about it. I was surprised to hear this when I was shooting for Chichore in IIT. I met this boy who was saying that, and now this is something which was like a revelation to me. I have never heard of something like this. हमारे time पे job interview होते थे. We used to just go and give interview. Now I think the job interviews are happening 24 hours because the number of students are so much, and students are given slots. So your interview is going to be at 3 a.m. in the morning. So this kid was trying to keep his body clock so that his energies are optimum at 3 a.m. So he had changed his body cycle. He was sleeping at a particular time, he was getting up at a particular time, and he was going to be so that he's physically at his best at 3 a.m. And I was like, man, this kind of pressure is a bit too much to handle, but this is the kind of pressure kids are going through. So what I'm saying is that it's okay. Again, as I said about acads, I know a lot of my batchmates and seniors who may not have got a job of their choice from the campus. I was one of them. But eventually everybody is doing fantastic. What, 2 3 years or 4 years in the workplace, and you can find out your calling. You can easily find out your calling, that where exactly do you want to go. It's just you have to get started working, and most of them have found their calling. Nobody's sticking to their job at that point of time. So don't take any of these things as a setback. There is nothing called as a setback. There is something called as learning. Everything is a learning. ठीक है, life will put you back by a couple of years, life will put you back by 3 years, but life is very long. Life is very long. 2 years, a year of a setback, or a 6 months of a setback is nothing. It's nothing. So just take it as a learning. Try to be happy. Try to talk to a lot of people. Please invest in relationships. Make a lot of friends. Don't really be a slave to too much of technology. Only do it when it is required. And I think you'll be a much happier person. Please invest in relationships. And tough times would
So
be
much,
funny
sir.
memories. Please remember that your tough times today would be your funniest memories. Mark my words.
Thank you so much, sir. I totally agree with you. And we definitely need to treat this just as an experience and keep going and keep our calm. So, as we are approaching the almost the end of the session, so I would now request Professor Topanendu Kundu, the Dean of Student Affairs, to honor all the people who have contributed to the project in one way or the other with vote of thanks. So can you? Yeah.
Thank you, Sulagna. So first of all, I really thank Honorable Minister Sri Dhutreji, our director, and guest of honor Nitesh ji for readily agreeing and coming to this session and share your thoughts. It's really been pleasure to have you on this platform and encouraging the students with your memories. It was really helpful. And I have a list of people to acknowledge for this successful completion of this Bandhu website. First of all, Dean SEA, Professor Suhas Joshi and his office. It was really great that project was taken in Dean SEA office and their overall guidance and support of the project direction. The previous Dean SEA, Professor Shoma Mukherjee, who's initiating that project in his tenure. Professor Pisapant and Vedula for being the part of the initial committee. The mentor program faculty advisor, Professor Prabhu and Professor Gardre for giving the guidance and supporting this initiative. Tata Institute of Social Sciences for curating the content. They have actually made the content of this particular thing, and which is basically reviewed and checked thoroughly by our Students Wellness Center counselors. Our counselor team is by including Amita Tagare, Hema ma'am, Anjali ma'am, and many others. Actually, they have contributed immensely in developing this particular content, which is specifically tailored for IIT Bombay students, because they are actually the expert and understood the problems of the IIT Bombay students, and they have really helped to develop this content of this website. I really thank to all of these people, and the Positive Mental Health Program, Shivani Manchanda, for coordinating, ideating various strategies in shaping up this project. She started from the beginning of the project, and I'm sure that she is very happy, as well as the Students Wellness Center. All the counselors should be very happy to see that there is a successful end of this particular effort, and it is finally seeing the light. And I really thank all of them. The SMP students, as I said, that the content that we make it, that is fine. But whether it is acceptable to the students, but basically the students will be able to guide us, and student will be saying that whether it is really compatible to our IIT Bombay platform or not. So the SMP students, they are really helpful. Mentor program students and other student bodies such as Sathi, Gentercell, Insight, CALT, for their valuable feedback and constant support for developing this content. I also thank PRO Falguni ma'am, as well as the Computer Center, Mr. Nathan, for arranging this online event. Last but not the least, the Rekha Kote ma'am, Vivek Maite and Sameer for their continuous effort to bring this project for a successful completion. And I'm sure that they have cherished. We had gone through many, many tough times, going ups and downs. There are so many talks, so many things. And finally, I'm sure that the class of 92 will be happy to see the launch of this Bandhu project. The project is one of the kind, as everybody said, and extremely promising, and especially in these challenging times, launched at the correct time to reach IIT Bombay students. We look forward to working with the class of 92 as well as other alumni on these initiatives under Bandhu. Bandhu is currently tailor-made and designed to cater the needs of the students of IIT Bombay. However, in the coming days, given the progress of the project, we would want to extend the same to other IITs over the country. And thank you very much. Stay well and see you very soon. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much.
Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Patreji. Thank you, Tiwari-ji. Okay, it was a pleasure. Okay, thank you. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.